Yeah, there we go. Alright. Let's get it started.
We go.
Knockout Grand Prix. Hopefully all my settings are correct. It should be 2 eliminations for this GP.
Good luck to all our competitors.
Knockout Grand Prix.
Starting out on a brand new track from the newest update, Aqua Dungeon. It's got plenty of shroomless shortcuts on it.
We're gonna see how those will play into it. And now,
Chavis making an interesting character selection. I'm very interested to see how this plays out for Chavis, because he's not using his main.
this is gonna be interesting, all right.
Got quite the VR spread in this lobby.
We're seeing many players, old and new, in this KO. Many that have premiered in the KOs a while ago, and many that are only having their first bit now. One of those is Cacti, I believe.
He was one of the higher VRs in the room.
Yeah, and not only is he good at Mario Kart Wii, he's been good at Rocket League too. But we'll stray away from that. The race is about to begin.
We'll see who
We're
goes
seeing-
for the
we're seeing
shroomless
the
cut
spread.
right at the beginning here. Oh, Gary goes for it, but he gets bumped out of it. That's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate because that route is quicker and much. Gary goes into this without a first item.
Got Rowlett taking the lead right off the bat. Unfortunately, it looks like Remy is not back, so
Yeah.
he's going to be disconnecting. Could still stay in, assuming
He's out.
2 people don't score higher than 15 points. He could actually stay in here.
He's not. He's already disconnected.
Well, disconnect rules will give him 15 points.
Yep.
So
And the shock-
if 2 players don't,
Early, and DK dodges.
yeah, that was a 44-second shock, so it'll be back in play 30 seconds.
1 minute 14 to be exact. And we're
Got
seeing
2 people
powerful
going for
items.
this shroomless cut.
We're seeing powerful items everywhere spread among. Gary does not want to be in front of Cacti right now. As we see
Everyone's
DK just
opting
take
for
this
this
charge.
route. This route does not give you a box, so it's an interesting choice, because there are shroom cuts still to be had on this track. Ooh, that's a
Oh.
laggy back red to catch from Cacti there. And then
And
wheelie
he's
bump to the
off-road.
off-road. That's a tough one. Chavis bills into first. Carried that up to, I believe, 6th place, which means he's gonna pass more people.
That's very good. You could see a shock here. And if that is the case, Gary could dodge, but it won't be the case.
We'll see if he spams one when he reaches this next set here. Just passed
Spam.
it.
Oh, and it's a
Fortunately, he
target
held
shock!
it.
Entropy's off! But now he's in third. And he's already full size. Unlike
Gary
the other
makes the
two.
cut.
And Entropy will pass code.
Ooh, Gary lands the Star Bash on Mark.
Goes for a pop.
I think that's the right play there. He's in a lower spot. He's got a shroom cut right here that he can take, followed by another one if he's willing to risk it. This next one's a bit harder. He's not risking it. I respect the safe plays. Going for a dodge item, I presume. Those are golden, not what you want to see right now.
Don't make this item.
Use the Luigi.
We're seeing Entropy pull away here. Just trying to defend himself from all of the red shells that are hitting him.
Ooh.
That's a
Gamer
bomb and a
life
half.
with a back bomb. That's a tough back bomb to take. Next set should be around this turn. We'll see what he gets, see if he can come back. Entry's
good.
wrapping up his front run. Ooh, Entry just took out Rowlet, I think.
That's a very good run from Entry.
Bit of a chain reaction there. It looked like a few people got
His
taken
golden
out
ran out.
after Rowlet. Cacti stole
He
second
landed
from Rowlet
10th.
at the end there.
And who's in last place? That's cheesy. That's Mark. And Remy has disconnected. He's gonna end this race and this GP. And he's only going to have 15 points.
Still possible for him to stay in.
It is.
Assuming Mark, Gary, DK, or Pang stay on their pace that they're on, it is very possible.
But it's a double elimination. 2 people need to be below him in order for this to work.
Really hard tracks, so if you're inexperienced with the game, it is very possible that you don't score 15 on this early cup. This was a rough first cup, honestly.
And here we are, Sahara Hideout.
We'll see if anyone goes for the shroom cut at the start here. It's a bit tricky. Gotta do a bit of a spin drift hop trick.
Seeing Entropy already starting the spot run here.
Very front runnable track, especially in a lobby like this. I think it's definitely the play to just go for the run. There's a very broken shroom cut, but it's not there anymore on lap 2, so it's better to just break on lap 1, really. Interesting, Gary's holding this. I would have expected him to use it through cut here. He's got a whole lot of danger surrounding him as of right now.
Uses it.
Using it at 49.
Bills, and it's gonna end early.
Did
Not
extend
a
a little
great-
bit past the ramp because Bills don't like dropping you off cliffs.
Early shock. How early was that?
He had it at 57 seconds.
You will have to wait until 127 until it's back. The trickable section.
You can get another trick on that turn there, but it's a bit risky to go for that one. Especially when you're behind and
They're
continuously
taking cut,
back
and there's a
up.
blue shell. Entropy's taking what he can, but is he off the track? Yes, he is.
Ooh!
But so is Gary.
That was a horrible red drop in front of Gary. Really bad respawn too. Gamer Life is lagging up a storm right now, it seems.
Now
DK
they're
is
gonna
filling
need good
up.
items.
Another blue shell. Shock is not in play.
We're seeing
Really want to
stars
see a
throwing
dodge
items.
item here. You really don't want to see triple shrooms here. That's really unfortunate. Shock is very likely in play now. At the very least, it's going to be after this set. Ooh, I don't
Hold
think
the dodge.
it is.
Needs to see if he can use it. He stars off another player.
Last used a bill, so I think Shock is potentially coming into play on this set here.
We're gonna need
We'll
to
see if he
this.
spams it. He kind of has to if he gets it. Looks like he
need to-
didn't get it. It looks like he's going bill speed right now.
That's gamer life. From last.
He's catching up. He got the bill. Looked like he was going bullet speed there. Gary gets the box. 6th place. Triple greens. Not bad. Good protection. Dodge that POW.
Good pow dodge there. And his last item is
Just want
not
to keep
it.
this 4th place position. I like that. He decides to just let the star pass, take 5th, take a little less points, but points nonetheless.
It's a smart play. And it'll definitely help him play the long game.
Puts him ahead of 3 people that he wasn't ahead of before.
And that definitely helps. As
Got
we're
a
going
very
into
close top
third.
3 right now. first bonus item gone out already.
And that's the entropy.
Chavis and Manu will probably be picking up their first bonuses in this next race. Meanwhile, on the other end of things, Mark is not having a good time. 1 point after 2 races is pretty rough. See if he can bring it back in these last 2 races. Heading to Wii Bowser's Castle, Nintendo track right here.
With all of the interesting elements, one thing can throw you off guard. And we'll need to see if one of those can mess up someone's race entirely.
We'll see if anybody attempts the glitch. I'm not really expecting it. Maybe the bullet bike. We'll see how confident Chavis is. It is very easy with the bullet bike. So that's very possible if he's confident in his ability. It is also a mock bike though. A couple mock bikes. So we'll see if either of them are willing to risk it. Really good position with triple shrooms right now. He's going right side. He might be going for glitch.
I doubt it, to be honest.
Maybe not.
He's gonna play this safe here. Respectable.
Ooh, playing a bit risky there, going inside when both
there's a
players
POW.
are running with trailing.
But Gary dodges it. Bumped out, though.
Fortunately, he got bumped out of the way of that back green. That would have been really bad if he got hit again.
Almost hit him.
Triple reds in front of him, taking the players in front of him out.
Right through behind Shadow and Cacti.
Ooh, misses the rocks there. See what he gets in 6th place here. Single red, not great. Shadow's really about to get him with that trail green there. Entropy's not having a good start here, it looks like. Manu and Rowler are really breaking away here. Especially Manu.
Might know this track better than others. And Gary has major protection, not for long. This POW will
Dodges
ruin
the bananas,
three
good
mushrooms.
dodge. Threaded the needle there. He's got entropy in his sights. Gonna be
Now he
going
has
for the red
protection.
shell on him. Blue shell is in play, so Rowlet is going to be taking over first.
Rowlet slows down too.
Mark is in the back again, so we'll see if he can bring this race back and get his GP back on track, because he's the one in the hot seat right now. He's
And
the one
Manu
who
was
really
changed.
needs to perform.
And immediately a POW.
Not a great POW spot for Gary. It was a pretty good POW usage.
Risky dodge if you ask me.
Ooh.
And oh no! Cacti
That
and
was
a star.
really dirty. At least he didn't fall off. It's very comebackable. If he got knocked off there, he would have been respawned before the ramp, and that is one of the worst respawns in the game. In the
And there's
vanilla
another
game.
person in a star. Easy. Mark.
Goes for the inside line there, and there's a banana. Risky play. Didn't pan out for him. Mark is still back here.
And no item.
Ooh, and he gets the ground green that falls on him. Mark's gonna be having another rough race here, it looks like.
It looks like Shadows is gonna take. He took 4th. And Gary takes. Was that 5th? Or did he get passed by
Chavis.
Tang?
Chavis and Manu are definitely picking up their bonus items here. Rowlet picks one up as well. Mark is not out of it yet. He can beat DK.
He does have a chance, but those
There are-
are the 2 players.
There are currently 5 people with less points than what Remy will receive for disconnecting, so it is very likely that Remy moves on to the next round.
And there's only 1 race left to determine the points for the GP. So we're gonna see if Remy will stay in this.
DK and Mark both need a big race here to be able to beat out Remy, being 10 points and 11 points behind him respectively. Mark needs to finish in top 2, and DK needs to finish in top 3.
And that's gonna be hard for both of them, considering the positions they've had the past 3 races.
Really
But here, on the
difficult
final
as
track,
well.
Dragon Burial Grounds, the final track. Very challenging for many.
Most difficult gold star for quite a few years, though it has been usurped.
3-round aim for opponents. We had another disconnect.
Let's see who disconnected. I'll check the Weem 5 page real quick. Gary hits the moon jump, you love to see it. DK and Pang already falling way behind. It's not what you want to see early on. There are two people who can potentially go out here. Interesting strategy from Gary. Not faster. I suppose it's probably a little safer than getting a lag bump off of the zipper and just falling in the lava. Not faster though. Had some people do the cut.
Sending all of his forces onto Cacti, and there's a shock.
That's a great shock for Gary.
And immediately, and Gary!
Oh, Gary is on a murder spree now. Blue Shell following the shock into the chain mega.
And that could not have gone better for him. He's pulling away now.
I imagine we'll be seeing him go for the stair dive again this lap. Now that he's got a wide open first to go for it in.
He's got protection. And is he gonna go for it?
Ooh, he
doesn't
just misses
get
it.
Playing it safe.
Got Shadow bringing up second place. Pang and DK still in bottom two. They're really on the edge of their seats this race. Gamer Life fell off on the stairs.
Gamer Life is in last. I don't know where Pang is.
DK just took a dive. I believe he got target shock, so... Ooh!
Oh, Bean Corner!
He bounced over the trickable part when he resized. That actually wasn't a bean corner. When he resized, he bounced a bit, and it resized him over the trickable part. That was really unfortunate. He is taking the zippers this lap. He kind of has to. Just save that time.
Yes.
Doesn't go for cut. Ooh.
And he's off the track again!
Took the turn a bit too tight there. I think he wanted to go for cut, but it was just too late to go for it at that point. I believe Gary had 14 going into this race, so I don't think he's really at risk here, regardless of his position. Entropy's going to be taking away another first from the looks of things, which will probably get him a second bonus.
Rock out. Right after Gary passes the set, like he was the last one, he's gonna need to make that position, and it doesn't look like he will.
Ooh, Gamer Life is building up, but Gary's gonna pass Chavis here with Shrooms.
Is he?
I think he just barely passed him because of the speed difference there. Yep.
It's 8.
And he has surpassed 15, so he is not at risk.
Let's take a look at the final points here.
Looks like it's going to be Mark and DK going out this round. So if Remy is back,
Mark is out.
Can participate.
Mark what happened? Who's out?
Mark DC'd that race. I'm pretty sure he has more points than DK did.
He had 4 points before
He had
that
4
race.
after race 1. If a player disconnects, they will receive the points they had prior to disconnecting, and 3 points for every race they do not show up on the results for. Mark is still in the tournament, DK is out.
It's double elimination though.
So who's out?
Oh wait. No,
So-
that is double elimination, they get 3 points. Single limits 2.
What about Remy though? He got 15
Remy's
points
still
for
in.
disconnecting.
Remy's still in. Oh wait, would it be, I guess it would be
It was
Mark and DK.
DK.
Mark and DK are out.
Yeah.
And we have to remake the room for Remy, so everybody loses their bonuses.
That's unfortunate. Is Remy back now?
Yep.
Dang.
Yep, I even messaged chat. I was like, use your bonus items here. Well, you have to reset the room. So who did I just say was out? DK and was it Mark?
It's Mark and DK.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
My bad. If it was single
Fortunately
limb,
for-
he'd still be in.
Somebody is saying that Cacti was trolling Manu with triple reds.
I'll worry about it. That'll be my thing. If that's the case, it's not against the rules yet. I can't ban him for it. But if he targets Manu again, he will be banned. Cacti, watch yourself. This is not a countdown event. It is not against the rules, I agree. But if you just target one player the entire time, we're gonna have a problem.
I think the only time it would be acceptable is if it's like the finals and you're trying to eliminate the stronger competition.
Yeah. I agree. There is a competitive advantage to getting somebody out earlier.
Remy's got to join the room still. And he's in!
Be sportsmanship-like, guys. Come on, I'm trying to have fun here. We do need a vote on this next cup, though.
Who are we missing?
Reminder,
Missing
any
one
viewers
person.
can vote on this.
There's 9.
I think we're just missing Cacti, right?
He's in.
Yep. That's everybody.
Breaksies cannot make bowls.
Alright.
Let me go into mod view.
Alright, 1 minute poll. Vote. Three-way tie. SKEELA Cup in the lead. SKEELA Cup pretty far in the lead now.
Up with 5.
You have the setting where you can use like channel points and bits to add more votes.
Yep. And SKEELA Cup takes it with 5 out of the 9 votes. Breaksies contributing 500 channel points to add 1 more vote to it.
Yeah, that was kind of weird from Cacti, but it's fine. Yep, SKEELA Cup's in. Fucking Breaksies. Okay. This is everybody, right? Cool.
That is 10.
Alright. Double elimination here. No, Cacti, you have to stay in this VC.
First race of this next cup, we've got Boshi Skate Park, really powerful front running track with a shroomless cut right off the bat. You really don't want to get bumped off of this cut. Could be a race ender right off the beginning.
It's rather short.
It's one of the shorter custom tracks. Custom tracks on average are much longer than Nintendo tracks, but this one's only about 1:15.
Gary didn't pick his vehicle. Is he still on Flame Runner?
It should automatically do that now as a setting.
Okay,
It
good.
automatically picks your favorite combo, or most used rather.
On said character?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Boshi Skatepark.
A rather short track, but it's filled with a lot of jumps that could be easily failed.
Also some cycles to watch out for here. If you're not fast enough, you can get screwed up by the car at the end or the shy guys on the skate ramp. This is really a track you want to be starting in first on. Gary's going for the riskier method of the shortcut. It does not make it.
Doesn't pay off.
Manu and Entropy off to an early lead because of that.
Pulls a star.
Spin drifts the
Usually
wrong
it's
way. It's not impossible to come back here. Getting the bill is quite powerful because the bill actually automatically does the shortcut at the beginning. We'll see if that person's bill extends long enough to do it. Looks like it will. Ooh, it dropped him right at the end, I think. Couldn't tell if that was the person in the bill or not.
Now Shadow in last, and it's Rowlet in the lead.
Ooh, dirty back bomb.
And that is gonna hurt him.
Shot could be in play. Bill was just used. Plenty of stars in play right now.
And who dropped there?
Rough car cycle and the shock knocks the star out of him. Looks like he chained shock into Bill. Pretty powerful combo there. And there you can see the Bill taking the shortcut.
It's a fib. Pretty sure that was Chavez.
Ooh, Remy's in first.
That is interesting. We haven't seen that. But it looks like
Oh,
Rowlet's
it's
gonna
neck and neck
overtake
with him. Looks like Rowlet sniped first at the end, but Remy's still got second place. Cacti is spinning out. Manu and Cacti are getting bottom 2 this race. 2 of the strongest competitors in the first GP. Looks like Shadow might have lost a position right on the line to Chavez. Manu and Cacti have some ground to make up, which I think they are very capable of doing.
Manu's saying in chat, I got 7 times comboed, not even joking.
Gary
Mario
doesn't want us
Karted.
to interact with the chat, by the way. We got Delfino Square coming up next. Another Nintendo track. The basics, everybody knows these.
The pressure is high. People can fail shortcuts, especially in this type of stress, but for some people, the dock is as smooth as butter.
This track has some powerful shroom cuts, but it's also got a shroomless cut that can help you keep a lead, good backspam spots. It's a well-balanced track. Should be a good race. Let's see what the draft situation here is. Shadow and Gary both grab one.
Perfect draft.
Looks like Gary's gonna be subduing and letting Rowlet take first, so he doesn't get bumped.
Rowlet's gonna play aggressive here. No, he's not. He's just gonna take whatever he can.
I
Doesn't
respect.
take the dock.
Ooh, that's
And
a close
oh my
mega.
gosh, that's a mega behind him. And that's
Goes for the
Cacti.
dock box in third. I don't know if I would do that. Not a great pull. Early bullet bill through the cut. Not a bad
Dock
play.
is now in play.
Tang
Tang
is really
pulls
far
out.
behind, so we could see an early shock here. There you go.
And there it is. Who dodged? It was Manu.
49
And he stars
second
Gary.
shock. Looks like Manu's gonna be taking over first here. See if he takes Rowlet out.
He does take first.
Tang's
It's-
caught up a bit since that shock. Still got a bit of ground to make up. Ooh, dirty back red from Cacti, and bottom 3 even. Entropy's down here, surprisingly. Probably going for a power item to double with.
Doesn't go for dock.
Ooh,
And there
he was
goes his
holding
item.
Ill. I was not paying enough attention to when that shock happened. I think it was around 123 or so. Manu's
Nevertheless,
still
it was
holding
time
on to
get
first
with
place. Ooh, I don't know if I would have used my star yet. Goes for some star
too.
bashes. Didn't land either of them. It was just lag.
Oh.
Tight fib from Manu. Nobody hits it. Ooh, this is gonna be dirty. You
That's a bomb and
already
it
knew.
hits him!
Looks like he only got Shadow with it. Maybe Entropy hit the radius, but he did not get the full blast. Ooh.
And that's a
Yeah.
bad situation.
That was risky to go for that with the 6th place box. Manu and Rowlet are neck and neck in the home stretch here. Entropy made the comeback, he's in 3rd. Spams the bill. We'll see if anybody pulls the shock here last set. Chavis has to spam it if he gets it, if he wants to gain any positions at all. Bill
And
dropped
that's
him
a
a bit wide, that's unfortunate.
You'll get hit here.
2 of the positions he made up with the bill were immediately lost due to the fact that he was just dropped so wide from it. Manu's already picked up 15 points to make up for the first race. Rowlet picks up his first bonus. Entropy is right on the cusp of his first bonus.
Next track we're seeing Lava Lake.
Chavis and Shadow are looking to be in a rough spot right now, 4 and 6 points respectively. Lava Lake has some interesting shortcuts on it. Got a couple Shroomless Cut, they patched out the old respawn on it. Which, fair, it was very broken. But no shortage of shroom cuts to be had here either. I would consider this more of a shroom track than a running track personally. Can make some powerful shroom plays to pull a broken item into first place.
We'll be seeing a lot of those on this track.
Gary's not going for the startup boost, likely going for some shrooms.
Smart play, but he's gonna not pull shrooms
That's
here.
an unfortunate item. I would say that's a bad item to pull on this track, honestly. Remy is already way behind. He must have been bumped off right off the get-go. Entropy has taken over first place. Likely pulled a shroom and did the beginning cut. Shadow has a TC.
Hold it.
Looks like he did not pass it. It's past 30 seconds, so Remy can pull the shock now, as well as Shadow, just with less likelihood. Looks like Remy made the thwomp cut in last, made up a bit of ground there.
I'm gonna let Red's Manu. Now Manu is further in the back.
Entropy's breaking away. Ooh,
And that's another
a really
O.
laggy bump. I believe he got shroom bumped there.
I would have thought that to be a disconnect from Remy, but I stand corrected.
Chavis doing the cave cut. Probably gonna be pulling a really good item to have in a top spot now.
Gains a star, but
Ooh, that's
pulls a blooper.
Really rough chain. No shock. I think he might be overholding the shock here personally. He's got a lot of ground to make up. Entropy's holding on to a comfortable first place. Got a blue shell lead. Really the only thing that can stop that is a combo after the blue. Dirty back bomb on the shroom cut there.
And that's a back bomb from Chavis.
Karma'd for it. The shot comes out.
And it
Looks
was
like
indeed
Rowlet
Remy.
can't take the cut because of the POW.
Entropy with a commanding lead.
Ooh, Remy failed the cut. Let's see if he
Even
can
though
manage to
Entropy
pull an
does
item
get
here.
it.
Gary missed the box. He might pull a power item here. There's a Mega. I believe that's Remy in the Mega behind him. No. Hang and Gamer pulling up bottom 2 that race. Entropy got 5th?
He got blued and then comboed.
I was not paying enough attention to that.
And then bumped
Wow.
into the off-road.
Brutal. Still picked up a bonus item, so can't really complain.
One of the most grueling tracks for items.
Got a 3-way tie for last right now. 2 positions above them aren't very far ahead of them either. Only 11 and 12. 10-point tie in last right now.
And that's going to leave 5 people in danger here. Now let's take a look at the last track. We've got CTR Cortex Castle. A well-known track for Gary. Gets these shortcuts often. Let's see how this will play out. We head
A very
into this.
powerful shroomless cut here. Everyone's going to be going for it. It's pretty mandatory at this stage of the game. Goes wide for the item.
The item set before the shortcut, though, will definitely play a massive factor in it.
Rowlett was bumped off early, so he's already playing the catch-up game, and this is not the track you want to play the catch-up game on. This is a really powerful front-running track. Really good back spam spots all over. Early bill coming up from the looks of things.
Looks that's from Remy.
Manu lands the back spam on Cacti, and that causes him to really bump Gary. Bit of a chain reaction there. They're going to be going for the shroomless cut here.
Gary's got it.
Cacti and Remy opted to go around. Maybe they're just not too confident in it.
An
Big
entropy.
time loss to none.
Oh, wow.
I believe we're going to be seeing Manu in first for the majority of this race. It's a very broken back spam track. Unless a blue happens early, he's going to be holding on to that first place. Especially with Gary helping him with the back spams. They got a very commanding top 2 right now on a track like this. Entropy's
power
actually
and
bottom
power
3
galore.
right now. Pang
Very
hitting
good.
one of Gary's back spams in last. Manu fails the shroomless, and there's a blue that's going to lock onto him, not Gary. Getting super punished for
Cannon.
failing that shroomless cut. Looks like it followed him off the void on his screen. Gary takes over the commanding lead.
We've not seen a shock yet.
Likely holding it for the shortcut at the end of the race here, because they can really screw some people over. I don't think it would be a smart play to go for top 2, maybe not even top 3 with the shock. Save it for the lower positions, really. Those are the ones you have a chance of beating.
And there's a blue
the
shell.
As long as he doesn't get comboed, he's going to hold on to first here. Breaks on the wall. Just gotta hit one more shroomless cut.
But he gets target shock! Entropy held that the entire race!
Ooh,
And now
misses
Entropy's in the
drop
lead!
boost. He's still not looking terrible this race. Can still easily pull out second here.
And there's a POW.
It's a nasty POW for top spots there. Looks like he's gonna
Like,
be
there's
pulling
gonna be
out
a
fourth
fourth here.
here. Shadow with a pretty far back last, not gonna be recovering that.
And let's take a look at the points. Who is out? That is Shadow. And that is Pang, I believe.
Yep, Pang. Gamer life surviving by the skin of his teeth there, 2 points. Rowlett picks up another bonus. Pretty commanding win on that GP.
Especially from Entropy there held the shock for what seemed like the entire race.
He was
And
probably
then
holding it
uses
pretty
it-
early, considering Shadow was in last most of the race after lap 1. And Entropy was in bottom 2 really early on. We'll see what cup we're playing next. We still have Sakura Cup, Wario's Frantic Factories, and Bowser's Rage Stage.
And as we get into the third one, double elimination is gone. We are on to round 3. Single elimination has begun. We have 3 GPs in round 3.
Pressure eases up a bit. Not as much pressure to perform, only one person getting eliminated.
Sakura Cup in the
Sakura
lead.
Cup is in the lead. Wario Cup only 1 vote behind, 2 now.
And it looks like Sakura Cup will take this. Oh!
Ooh. It's only a 1 vote difference right now. Back to 2.
1.
Tied.
And it's a tie. Channel points will be used.
Who's gonna snipe it right at the end? Somebody's trying
Is
to
it gonna
snipe
be Wario's?
it. Ooh, Sakura
Sakura Cup
sniped it.
takes it.
Sakura
Entropy
sniped it.
contributed 3,000 channel points into it.
Entropy definitely wants to get that cup out of the way. It's got a lot of the more luck reliant tracks with the shroom cuts and easy grass cuts and all that. Makes sense that he'd want to get that out of the way early. You don't want to be playing a cup like that on the single or the later elims where someone's getting out every race.
That is completely true. And even though we've got multiple tracks that are based on luck here, and even though we've got Windmill Village, Peach Gardens, and Cherry Blossom Garden that are all coming up, we're starting off Sakura Sanctuary.
Sakura Sanctuary is probably the biggest luck track of all of these, has a lot of really big shroom cuts. Cherry Blossom is definitely the most front runnable. It's got a pretty decent shroomless cut that you can do for a front run. You can block it, but you can also be TS there. That's the most interesting track in the cup to me. Windmill Village is a lot easier of a track these days. They removed a lot of the slow ramps on it.
As we get into this,
We've got Peach Gardens, the custom track, where it has the exact same opening, minus the chain chomp.
very often we take
Gary, Chavis, and Cacti going around, classic strats, classic Peach Gardens coming out.
Golden item.
We'll see if he uses this early. Looks like he will. You don't really want to be holding an item like this on this track.
It's a smart use. Very
I'd much
smart.
rather get an early star on a track like this. Goes around
Goes around.
again. Interesting. Cacti is also going around again. Manu's got a bit of a break. Gamer Life just got taken out by a backspam.
The figure that Gary wants to... Oh,
Not having great item luck right now.
not great luck. But he will definitely able to use it to his advantage. Pass is Remy there.
Manu and Entropy have a bit of a break right now, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything on this track.
This is Golden the exact same way, but he's gonna get ready, but he breaks on the
Breaks
wall!
the red. Good red shell break. Is
And
he
that's
going
perfect.
around 3 times? He's going around 3 times. Cacti is not joining him this lap, it looks like. Gamer Life getting back spammed in the same spot as last lap.
That's the last place item.
Really unfortunate item pools from Gary. I have to imagine other racers are just holding the power items for the end too.
That's smart.
Is this going to be a shockless race?
I doubt there will be, to be honest.
Unless somebody spams one here.
It's gonna be a
There
golden.
it is. Chavis gets the dodge at the end.
Is Gary gonna pop ahead of Cacti? No.
Did not resize in time. Manu and Gamer Life had a really good start. Gamer Life off to a much better start than his previous GP. Remy is in the hot seat with Gary.
Keep in mind, however, that this is single elimination. So the person with the least amount of points will be out. This is not double.
Going to Windmill Village next. They've removed all the slow ramps here, so it's a lot more casual friendly. Just get automatic flip tricks. Pretty easy track now. I believe they also buffed the shroom cut at the end of this track, so it's much more powerful now. Because it wasn't that great on the previous version. No box first set. Ooh, Chavis switched to Peach Sneak Through. Is that what I'm seeing? Hell yeah.
Yep.
Love to see it. He's breaking his main out. Rowlet dives for the box and gets it. Looks like Entropy's going for the front run on this track. Early star usage there. Shock is not possible to get, so these are some early power item plays. Taking out Entropy, taking out Remy.
Used all of his reds already. Oh, and that's a pull of a lifetime. Drags back the blue shell. He's gonna use it for when he needs it.
Could get sniped off of him or redded off of him. That's the risk in trailing it. But as long as he's going wheelie speed, it won't catch him in the explosion.
In first, with
Doesn't
protection.
go for the crate snipe. Really good position if anybody tries to shroom past them with a golden here. Or if somebody has the unfortunate fate of a bill dropping them in first. Gamer Life falling far behind. Manu is also struggling this race. Top two players of the previous race and bottom two this race. Remy just got taken out. Somebody's building up.
And that was Rowlet.
No shroom from the crate. Still holding these.
And there's nothing. And it's gonna hit him!
It's hit by the shock red. Manu's coming up with the power items. Gamer Life's coming up in the bill.
And that's just unfortunate
Did
luck.
not take him as far as he would have wanted to go. Chavis gets him with the red. That's a rough race ender for Gary. Might have passed Entropy at the end there. Passed
And he
Entropy.
did.
Every point counts. Instead of being 3 points behind, he's only 2 points behind. That could come into play at the end.
And the next track, Peach Gardens.
Manu picked up a bonus item there.
Means he's at 2.
Entropy is not off to a good start for his standard. I can see why he wanted to get this cup out of the way early. He's having some tough luck on this one. He's only on 8 points.
But that's still enough for him to be safe to this point. But that might not last long.
Anything can happen on these crazy tracks like these. We'll see if anybody goes around some more. Still have a mock bike in. Got Chavis on the sneaks through. This will be a good track for Chavis. Spear is actually the best vehicle here. Or rather, it's one of the best. Flame Runner has actually been competing for world record here as of late, due to a new strategy being found.
They almost got redded there.
Box. Rowlet's falling behind. Looks like he's bagging for an item. 30 seconds just passed, so Shock is now pullable.
Being careful to weave through the Montimals. And he
Catches
fibs
Entropy off
Entropy.
guard with the fib. Do we have 2 Mock-like players still in? Is Game Real Life also on the Mock-like? Lucky Shroomhole there.
It's a banana afterwards, but
Got an early star. I believe I know who is holding the shock, just based on looking at the minimap there. Opting to hold it for lap 3. Probably the right play.
they're
Forces
holding
Chavis
it defensive,
into
but
his
Chavis
mega.
has a mega.
Chavis needs to pull something useful here, or he's gonna get redded regardless.
And there it is.
Interestingly, doesn't slow down. Probably should have slowed down there. See how many people take the cut here. I imagine a fair few. We're going to be seeing the shock from this
There's
first
a blue
set
shell.
for sure. There's the
What a
shock.
shock.
Well, it's been holding that for quite a while.
But that was a perfect timing for Gary. He got out of first right when the blue was flying straight towards him. It pulled off of him at the right time. And now
That's
he
gonna
holds
be a
one,
race
and he
ender for
uses it.
Cacti. Gamer Life
Red.
pulling up the rear right now. Ooh, and he combos him
more.
after the blue. Dirty. Rowlett takes over first.
That's strong. That is super strong for this. He tries to Mega Manu,
Looks like
but he
Remy
doesn't have
pulled
the
the bill.
speed. But he will! He lands third for this
Remy
race.
made up some positions near the end there with the bill. Made up
Entropy
2
gets
positions.
last.
Entropy could be out here. It's very close. Entropy, Gary, Cacti, and Remy are all in a tough spot here. Any one of them can go out here.
Would be a major upset if Entropy were to get out here.
I think he's gonna be fine. This is the most front-runnable of these tracks, in my opinion.
Quick reminder that Entropy spent 3,000 channel points on this cup. However, he's struggling. Currently,
He definitely
it's
wanted to get it out of the way early. This is not the type of cup you want to be playing at the end.
Now we're on Cherry Blossom Garden. Shroomless shortcut could come into play here. But considering Remy did not even know the Shroomless shortcut yesterday through practice, we could see Entropy live here. That's the likelihood we're seeing.
There is a much easier method of the Shroomless cut that barely loses any time. Rather than going up the wall, tricking off the wall, you can just go around and do a drift trick onto the fountain much later. It does not save that much less time. It's still much faster than just going around the fountain. Entropy's going for the time trial method. He messed it up, so he had to use his bill.
Pulls into third.
He went for the risky method and it did not pay off.
Gary almost got the
Swerves, so
draft
Gary
there.
can't get the draft.
That would be an unfortunate circumstance in that case.
Remy is far behind right now. He's gonna need to use the shock if he's holding it. He cannot be holding that this long.
Back bomb. And who is that? That's Manu.
Likely just took out a power item from him. I don't believe Remy has the shock because it looked like he was going either golden or bill speed there. So he's having some tough item luck right now. Someone may have pulled the shock early and is just holding it. Gary
Not
going
to take
around.
it.
Gets rewarded for going around while Entropy gets TS'd. Entropy is in a tough spot right now.
And that's a good play out there from Remy. He's severe item luck here.
Rowlett has a comfortable breakaway right now, though a blue could ruin that with this item Gary's holding on to. Opts to force them out of their wheelies, make them swerve a bit, fall a bit further behind.
Smart play hits one of them.
Takes out Manu. Looks like he forced a shroom out of Manu. Ooh, late star play from Chavez. Does not dodge, unfortunately. Despite being on the sneakster, he makes it around the turn, breaks the red.
That's an unfortunate pull from Gary there.
Another
But he
shot
doesn't have
from
to
Remy.
hold on to it.
Remy needs a big play here to stay in.
And that's Entropy in last place. But he's not flashing his lap.
Ooh, Entropy's still in last. Gary got wheelie bumped. But Bill, that's probably gonna save Entropy.
Oh no! Entropy! He's out! Entropy's out!
I don't believe he is. Nope, Remy is out.
By 1 point!
1 point.
Entropy lives!
That Bill quite literally saved Entropy's life.
By the looks of it, Entropy was out. But he lives. Just barely.
It was unfortunate that Remy pulled a star after his shock. That was a really bad chain. Could have pulled the Bill or a Golden. That would have guaranteed him a much better position. A star was a really unfortunate chain there. We'll see
That cup was a mess for everyone.
We'll see what cup comes up next. We still got Wario's Frantic Factories, Dragon, and Bowser's Rage Stage.
Let's take a look at the voting. Got Bowser's in the lead, only with 1 vote. Tied.
Both really tough cups, honestly.
Wario's is currently in the lead. 3 votes. But Bowser's is coming back. Bowser's, they're tied.
See if anybody snipes at last second with a few extra votes.
Bowser's currently in the lead. Let's see if Entropy uses any of his channel points here.
Staying 2 ahead. And they're going with that Bowser's.
This is gonna be Bowser's. Chavez
Starting
contributing
out on-
2,000.
Starting out on Airship Fortress, that's going to be a rough one for Chavez if he sticks with Sneakster. Very mock bike friendly track, very Sneakster unfriendly track. Not much for shortcuts here, just that rail ride at the beginning of the lap. Really, it's just all about front running and taking advantage of the broken back spam spots like the spiral, blocking the rail cut obviously, those sharp turns, just taking advantage of those easy back spams.
Absolutely.
This is not a track you want to be playing from the back. These bullets can also be pretty deceiving at the beginning. They can travel a lot faster than you think. It's very easy to hit them.
Very nice pull. Uses a mushroom. Not an attack item. Alex tries to fib Gary here.
Landed the fib hit on Manu instead. Like Manu
There goes
had
the
to use
boxer.
some shrooms to get back in. Pretty tight pack so far. Especially for this track.
Rowlet holding ground nicely.
Likely going to be dropping this on the rail. Dropped it before the rail.
That
Entropy's
almost
rooming up.
grabbed it Gary. Now we're seeing Entropy back in the lead.
Entropy on 0 bonuses. I believe that means he had to use his bonus from the GP prior to the previous one to stay in on the previous GP.
And that's gonna hurt. And 2 of them are hit. But Rowlet
There's
lagged.
lag on Rowlet. Only landed the hit on Entropy. Amazing pull, by the way, for this position. Rowlet lands the back spam on Manu.
Power, and he uses a Mega here.
Looks like he's expecting a shock off that last set. Does not get it, unfortunately. Probably gonna chain it here instead.
Holds a
Didn't
red.
chain it there.
And there's a blue.
Lap 3 blue for
used.
Rowlet. Bill coming up. Narrowly avoided in the tight corridor. Got the ground shroom. Grab that and get a lead.
He barely holds a lead here.
Dropped his red shell protection, but there is the spiral, so not at that much of a risk yet. Brutal
That guy right
pow.
behind him. And he's
Whoever
gonna
held
bump into
that
the wall.
pow.
And there's a blue. He's not gonna hit
Shock
anyone else.
cancel. Very, very good shock timing for Gary there. Got his blue shell canceled.
Travis is gonna take the win. And Rowlet
is-
will take third.
Fourth is honestly great for Gary there, considering that blue shell at the end.
Directly in the middle of the pack.
Whoever used that POW destroyed everybody. They knew what they were doing. That was the best part of the track to use the POW on. Right on the spiral on lap 3.
Now for the
Gamer
next two.
and Cacti off to a rough start. Entropy not off to a great start either.
But we are gonna mess with dark matter here. Starting with the shrine.
This track has some interesting item routes. If you use the bill near the end of the track, it actually leaves the track, as well as red shells. If you throw red shells in that section of the track, they leave the track and come back. Sneaky makes some interesting item routes on his tracks. Got a shroomless cut right on this first turn. Probably going to be seeing top spots go for it. Especially the bullet bike with that extra drift. Entropy and Rowlet, I believe, already bumped off. Gamer Life failed the cut.
And Gary bumped off as well.
Manu jumping ahead with a shroom. Early lead from Manu.
He's missed star and last. Holds up to fifth. And now
Gamer
it's
Life is in
Gamer
a
Life.
rough spot to start this one. On 0 points from the last race and still really far behind. Fell off again from the looks of things. Manu's got about a 1 second lead over second right now. Early shock. Entropy dodged it. Fourth, so he's gonna be sitting pretty after that.
Next time it'll be pulled. 109.
Entropy takes over first place from that shock. He's going for shroomless again. Makes it this time. Ooh, I don't think Gary wanted that moon jump, but it was actually faster.
It
Goes
works
around
out.
the cut again. Interesting. Things have not gone well for Manu post-shock. He had a decent lead before it, but he's back here fifth now. See if that box is worth going for. Maybe could hit a pretty nasty target shot on Manu here on this right-hand turn. This is a bit early instead. Chain. Not a bad play. Looks like Entropy took a blue shell, got comboed.
Takes the
Manu's
left
shrooming
path.
up. Ooh,
And he's off the
fails
track.
cut. Looks like Manu just got taken out as well.
This could be disastrous for Gary.
Lands that cut at least. Chavis billing up past him. Gamer Life's really just wanting to beat either
that's
of
the
them right
bill.
now. Get some points on the board.
Pull something. He's in a bill. Needs to speed past Savage.
Shock
The
cannot
third
be
point.
pulled here. Because we are at the room size where second to last can no longer pull the shock. Ooh, that was a tight last three. We'll see if anyone lags. Nope, no lag.
It's Gamer Life getting his first point this GP.
Cacti sitting much better after that race. Went from 1 point to 16 points. Gamer Life has a lot of points to make up right now. Not out of it.
Needs a good race on these next two tracks. And coming up next, Dark Matter Fortress.
If Gary keeps up the pace he's on and Gamer Life gets a couple top spots, he could very easily overtake Gary here. This track has two really powerful shroom cuts on it that we're definitely going to be seeing. One of them is a little harder, gotta ride the wall, land on the wall rather, then ride it. Riding it's the easy part, landing on it, not so easy. And then there's the much easier, just shroom turn skip. Everybody's gonna be going for. Likely going to be seeing the wall ride getting blocked here. Entropy and Gary both opting to go around because they don't want to get trapped off, and it looks like R.O.B failed it.
There's a bomb.
Didn't take the full blast, so he gets to keep his shrooms. I believe Entropy might have fallen off there, or did he take the full blast of the bomb?
Who knows?
See
But
who
he's
goes for
hitting
cut
his
here. Cacti, Gamer, and Gary all doing cut. Gary fails it actually.
But so did two
Chavis
others.
also failed it? Chavis also failed it.
Gary's not in last because he's sitting there with Rowlet.
Shock is not in play.
Unless Rowlet has it, but that's a very slim chance.
He was in a star. And you can't pull it in 6th in a 7th player lobby. See if Cacti still has shrooms left to go for the cut again, because he did it last lap.
He's not gonna opt to go for it.
Could just be
see
holding
Manu
a
go
single
for it.
shroom for a blue dodge. Manu and Entropy both take their cut.
And Gary misses it.
Ooh, that's an even worse way to fail it. It's gonna go for it again.
He's gonna hit it this time. But that's a
Oh,
lot of lost time,
didn't get
and
it.
he falls off the track.
Couldn't get his drift out afterwards. He had some really bad bounces afterwards there, so he just couldn't get a drift to register. It was really unfortunate.
Gamer like in a nice position. Could overtake
Nobody's
Gary.
doing
here.
the wall ride. Not too surprising there, it's a bit difficult. Rowlet just failed the wall ride, so he's in a really tough spot right now.
Change the
He
shock.
dodged, I believe Rowlet dodged that shock. He was just shrunk on Gary's screen because of lag.
Uses his bullet here. Smart move. He's not gonna be able to chain an item though.
Yeah, that was not a good pull. Bill was a pretty unlucky pull there.
He will not play slack here. But it is not a great position. And it looks like Gamer Life didn't have that great of a finish either.
Still not doing too hot. Gamer Life can still pass Gary, but it's got a bit of a gap to make up there. It's got to do really well on this last race.
And that's a 5-point gap. Heading on to our next track, the final one of the Bowser's Rage stage, N64 Bowser's Castle.
Another Nintendo track, one of those tracks that everyone knows.
To an extent.
Pretty front run orientated track. Couple shroom cuts, not very powerful. Most powerful one, you can chain a shroom to grab another item, pass a couple people maybe, depending on the situation.
Saw an early wheelie bump from Chavis.
Also have the rail ride at the end, but that's not that much of a time saver. And it'll likely be blocked by the end of this lap.
Entropy sniped that guy with a back green.
Box
Or so
there.
green that just hit a wall.
Early mega usage there.
And that's from Rowlet.
Likely just wants to get ahead. Makes sense. It's a front running track. Not a track you want to be in the back on.
Take a check on GamerLife's position. He's currently sitting in second. And this is not good for the point differential.
Misses the
Misses
rail
the rail.
slightly. Was not blocked, so it can be taken next lap. He's going for Rowlet. Didn't get him there. Anu's got a bit of a lead. Probably going to be starting to back some stuff to improve that lead.
There's a red shell. And his head is straight for Gary.
Ooh,
And
double
another.
red.
And this
Yeah,
is
Chat-
bad.
Chavis was backed there while he had triple reds revolving, so that was imminent.
Now GamerLife falling. He was off the track and now he's in last place.
He's in a rough spot this race. It's gonna take a miracle for him to stay in here, given the current circumstances.
Fortunately, that is the
Narrowly
case.
dodges the back red. Gonna
Doesn't
avoid
go
the
for the
rail this
railing.
lap.
Smart.
Definitely the smart play. Not really worth it in this position. Not a big time saver. Oh
Wow.
Really wanted that 6th place box chain there. Probably wasn't worth it because of that random green bounce. Cacti gets a random off-the-wall green. Manu has a commanding lead now. Everybody is getting hit by the back spam now. Rowlet's got a bit of a break in second. Still catchable though.
Is gas early in this race. Looking straight at the corners when you have a straight path, what is there much to do?
Gary was definitely trying to take Chavis out there, bump him off the bridge. Did not work. I believe Chavis also had a shroom, so he was
And
able
Gary
to
is going
get
to
away there.
survive.
Gamer life is out.
Only with 4 points this entire GP.
And we have
Not his
one,
best showing.
one more GP of a single elimination GP before we move on to the final round of somebody being eliminated every race.
And where are we headed? We are headed
Wario's
towards
Gold Mine, another Nintendo track. Another really good front run track. No shroom cuts to be had here if you're discounting the glitch, which we are. Won't work because of the settings. There is the alternate path at the end or the detach, but I doubt we're going to be seeing anybody going for the detach here. Worth noting that bonuses reset after this GP, so people with bonuses, if you really want to survive this GP, you're going to want to burn them here.
Many people don't even have bonuses. And we're starting on Wario's Gold Mine.
One of the worst target shock ramps in the game on this track. Probably only second to the Mushroom Gorge Cave. Pretty on par though. They're very close.
Lays down bananas.
Early.
It's 2.
He's got triple greens behind him. No bats take any of them out. Entry makes sure that he can keep them all. He's gonna have to forfeit first place after missing that mini turbo.
I think that's a
Takes out
smart
one of the
idea.
greens.
Only got rid of one green though.
I respect going around the tunnel shortcut with Entropy having 2 greens. That was definitely the right play.
And that's a bump! And he's off the track!
Unfortunately, got a really rough bump there. Looks like Chavez is back on Sneakster now that DS Airship Fortress is out of the way. We'll see how it plays out for him in this GP. Still not an easy vehicle by any means on these tracks either. It's still a very tough GP.
Now may I know, is there any shock in play?
I don't think so.
6-player lobby.
This is the last time we'll be able to see a shock.
This is
the
the item.
box there. That's a really bad hit. Looks like Rowlett just took out Manu. Entropy took over second place. Possible that shock is in play here. Could be seeing a target shock off the classic target shock ramp. Nope, it was not in play. He had a star.
Entropy falling further.
Dodged that back green from Manu. Manu is out for blood. Shockless race. Chavez pulled the bill after the star to catch up.
Entropy pass is right at the line.
Cacti and Chavez off to a rough start. This is where the point distribution gets really punishing. The smaller the room gets, the worse the point distribution gets.
Then thank goodness this is the final cup. That will use it.
Yeah, after this, the points don't matter. It's just whoever is last will be out for that race. Unfortunately, Remy is not here anymore to have an ice moment.
Now we're on to Fiery Factory Freezing Frost.
Quite the name. Got a shrimpless cut right off the bat that we're probably going to be seeing the top spots go for. Could easily get bumped off of it and lose a bunch of time, so we'll see. Doesn't go for it despite getting the draft. Interesting. Looks like Rowlett and Entropy hit a fire snake afterwards, unfortunately. Rowlett makes it.
Quite the name and quite the track.
This track has a lot of really powerful shroom spots, so it's very possible to catch up on. One of them is actually a lap 2 and 3 exclusive shroom spot. It's not open on lap 1. There's a sheet of ice that's covering it on lap 1 that doesn't melt until lap 2. Right here. Use these snow mounds beneath the ice on the following 2 laps to do a turn skip shortcut here. These igloos will also slowly fall as the laps progress. There will be a couple gone on lap 2 and they will all be gone come lap 3. Still not going for the shroomless cut, even Rowlett avoids it this lap. Manu's got a bit of a breakaway here.
Uses a shroom there. Need to be careful of Rowlett's green shell though.
It's the fire. Fire bars in this game have notoriously really big hitboxes.
There's a back bomb.
Lands the hit on Entropy. Entropy is in a rough spot. Not impossible to come back from. Pretty good backspam spots from Manu. It's really hard to avoid items when you're already going water current speed.
I doubt Manu's gonna lose the lead here.
Going around the igloo. It's the snow because of it.
That's a trick. And what I asked, I doubted.
holds on to it. Chavez is hitting a fire snake from the looks of things. He's in a rough spot right now. Narrowly avoids the back green. That would have been devastating to hit.
That was very close.
Overholding it, I think.
Uses it.
Probably should have chained it at the previous set. TS 2 people, I guess that's what he was going for.
That was really well done.
Pretty lucky shroom pull. Uses it there. Interesting. I'm sure we're going to be seeing the bottom spots going for this shortcut here.
That
Doesn't
bomb does
land
not
a bomb
hit.
Top 2 fell off.
And it looks like Manu's about to get hit. Not for long.
Cacti and Entropy coming up. Entropy's in the bill. He's going to be taking home a top spot.
Gray needs a box desperately, and he's got it. But will that create much of a difference?
Somebody fell off. Rowlet fell off.
Still gets a point for this race, though.
Chavez took home first place there. Cacti and Gary are in the hot seat right now. Everybody else is pretty safe right now.
Both of them need to be aware of their competition. And the next track, Tropical Factory.
That one's an oldie, but a not so goodie. Pretty long track.
2 or 3 laps?
It's 2 laps.
Oh.
It's got a shroomless strat right off the beginning, but you can really only go for it in a top spot because you use the startup boost to make it. You do a bit of a spin drift hop trick off of the fountain at the start, but it's harder if you're in a lower position because your speed boost doesn't extend long enough to spin drift over the grass. There is also a really hard shroom turn skip that you can do with either a TF lake cut style input or a spin drift hop trick, but it's a pretty tough cut, so I don't think we're going to be seeing anybody go for it. I think they're going to be opting for the grass cuts that are much easier.
Gary needs to be aware. That guy especially.
Fun fact, this was the only track that had Toad's Factory music for like 4 years in CTGP. There's a few more now, but this was the lone torch for quite a while.
It is a factory.
Ooh, looks like Chavez might have fallen off. Ooh, yeah, he got a really rough lag bump.
Everyone else, so compact and close together.
Tricks there. Did not want that trick. He was definitely just trying to wheelie there. I believe Rowlet just did the turn skip that I said nobody was going to be going for, and he made it, so pretty impressive.
Smart play by Rowlet there.
These stompers can be pretty rough to avoid if you're not already familiarized with the cycles. You can get hit by the ground greens on the conveyor belt here pretty easily. Really rough section. There is actually a ground green that comes out of the wall there. It can really screw you over.
Wow. Gary does use a blue shell here. Try and catch up to his competition, and that bomb is hitting no one.
Everybody used their power items and no shock came out. Looks like there's just no shock in play. That's the problem.
That guy using a star.
Ooh, that is a rough
They're
pull.
using natively one of the
Cacti
worst
hit the
items.
car. He's in a rough spot now.
That could have possibly eliminated the shock.
He would have lost whatever item he was holding. Although there is the rare occurrence that you get, like, if you hit it from the top, you can keep your item. But if you get squished, you lose your item for sure. Chavez is really screwing Gary over with this red he's trailing.
The back red.
Did not
Take
react to
him
the
out of
back
it.
green. Nobody doing turn skip this lap, it looks like.
Smart.
We'll see how the ground shells decide to sway the race here. There's that wall shell. Nobody gets hit by the wall shell, fortunately. Having a tough battle in bottom three. Manu, Chavis, and Cacti are battling it out in bottom three, really close. Two different three-man packs right now. Ooh,
Gary!
Manu was lag hit, so it wasn't a real hit. It's looking like Cacti is pulling up last again.
That's unfortunate for him. He is going to need a major race in order to survive here.
Yeah, he needs Gary to get a bottom spot while he gets a top spot. He needs a very situational race here at this point.
Cacti needs to get first, and Gary needs to get last in order for him to advance.
Final track is Mech Factory. We'll see how it plays out. One last reminder that this is the last race that racers can use their bonuses in that they currently have before they're reset. So if you're holding on to bonuses, you might as well use them.
Final track. Like Pod said, Mech Factory. Very interesting.
Got a decent couple shroom cuts here. Some little shroomless strats that can save time. I think the strat on this track is really just go for the early break and then run it from there. Because there's some really solid back spam spots here.
3-round aim for bonuses. It looks like we had a disconnect.
I believe that would mean Cacti disconnected because it wouldn't say free round if he didn't disconnect. Yeah, it looks like Cacti disconnected.
It looks like he's just out. He's gone.
So I suppose they're just playing this race for fun. Because this will no longer have any determining factor in the remainder of the event. Since bonuses are being reset.
It's a race for fun then.
Lands the shroom cut, has the lead.
Very interesting. I've never seen that
Rowlet shrooms
before.
up with him. Chavis is a bit behind, but I think this is going to be a decent track for Sneakster. Rather, I think it'll be a decent track for an experienced Sneakster player like him. Everybody opting for the rail cut here. Looks like Rowlet messed it up a bit. Not a huge time loss though.
I've only played this track about twice. It is very challenging.
It's a very confusing visually track. Visually, it's very confusing. Also worth noting, shot cannot be pulled anymore.
5-player lobby.
Entropy is getting comboed out right now.
They can do that now. This race does not count for anything. Except points.
Manu had a shroom, claims first once again. Could be holding another one for the blue.
Could be. That's a very well possibility.
Unlikely, but could be. Isn't backing anything. So that could be a telltale sign of what he's holding. Hits the fib, we'll see if he had one right now. He did have a shroom.
Hold that game.
Does he have another item? He does not. It's taken out by the red.
That's devastating. 2 players take the
Banana
shortcut.
throws both fall off the track, but Rowlet fell off the track too.
The
Gary
shortcut has-
wreaking havoc on the shortcutters right now.
Absolutely.
Lands the back green on Manu. Pretty hard to avoid spot, that narrow pipe. Makes sense to back a few greens there.
Gary just taking a victory lap here. Happy that he's still in.
now moving on to one elimination per race.
First win the entire KO tournament.
Starting
And a
out
very
on what I believe is the third sneaky track of this set of races. Moving on to Lunar Lights. Same creator as Tropical Factory and what was the other one they played? There was definitely another sneaky track. Dark Matter Shrine. They played Dark Matter Shrine. Lunar Lights has some pretty powerful shroom cuts, a couple of shroomless cuts.
That wouldn't be good. Damn.
Like the C2GP menu.
Man, shut your bitch ass up.
Top 5. Be very interesting.
3 of the 5 finalists streaming on Twitch. 1 more on Discord. Shouldn't it be 1 player per round? It said 2. No. Did that and Shy Guy Lumberco get swapped? In just the order they were in the cup? So I thought Shy Guy was the first track in the cup originally.
All right, Breaksies, let's get some predictions up for who gets out in this first race. It's 1 elimination per race.
And the room is up.
Entropy and Manu joining first, taking the 2nd and 3rd place positions. All we need now is Chavis, and we got everybody.
He's in. Shall we begin the finals?
Lunar Pretty interesting track. Has really good shroom cuts. One of them's a little difficult. We'll see if anybody goes for the riskier method of the shroomless cut. Saves much more time, but it's pretty risky. Not super easy. Good luck to all of our competitors.
Soundboard there from Elmo. Now, every
Ooh,
race
early bomb.
will eliminate.
Chavis is already bombed. Lands the banana snipe on Manu. Takes over second.
Manu spins out.
Bit of a wide banana from Entropy. We'll see if anybody's willing to risk the big cut. Looks like they're going for the safe cut. Smart play.
A good back green there. Meant to be.
He blocks the shroom cut with the bomb. Pretty good shortcut block there. Took out Chavis with it. Third is a pretty rough spot to be in this size room. It's not a great territory to be getting good items.
Pulls one anyway.
That was a jackpot if I've ever seen one, really. Entropy and Manu have quite the break. Probably not going to be getting caught by any shroom cuts at this point. At this point, they would need a blue on top of doing shroom cuts to be able to catch up.
Somebody in Star. It looks like it's gonna be Rowlet.
I believe that was Rowlet that went for the POW there. But Gary managed to get it right beforehand. Dodges the green, pretty good green dodge. Ooh, Fireball spawns directly on him. That's really unlucky, and that's a really unlucky pull.
Forced to use the mushroom after that.
Tried to go inside the banana, did not pan out. At this point, he's hoping for fourth just to get some points.
But points do not matter. It's all.
Oh, true. It's just not getting last, right? Chavis gets hit. It's looking like Chavis is going to be going out here.
And newer Chavis is unfortunately eliminated from the tournament.
This next race will be the final race you can pull a bullet bill in. You cannot pull a bullet in 3-player rooms or smaller. You can just barely still pull golden mushrooms in a 3-player room.
Expecting the Sneakster run.
Top 5 with the Sneakster, nothing to scoff at there.
Absolutely.
Especially when you're playing against all 9K players at this point.
A very Spear-esque vehicle.
Not quite as bad. Spear is a whole nother level of brutality, honestly.
Honestly, yeah. But still, respect to Chavis.
Hell Pyramid. Pretty old track that got overhauled. Got removed for quite a while. Made its comeback to CTGP. Almost hits the fire pillar, just narrowly avoids it there.
That would have been dangerous, especially at the beginning of the race. Less than 10 seconds in.
Manu and Entry both taking each other out right on that first turn there. Gary's got a great pull right now. Ooh,
Oh, but the 5th snipe! Who was that?
that was Entropy, I believe.
That was beautiful.
Risking the shroom cut.
And it's smart. Now Gary needs to be careful here. He needs to get
Misses
another
the
spot.
box, just narrowly.
Needs to catch up here.
This is a decent track for catching up on. It's got a solid shroom cut. He's not out of the race yet, especially when two of them hit each other right there and have to burn shrooms. He's got a very solid item right now. He can really propel himself into the lead if he uses it wisely.
There is no shock in a 4-player lobby.
The best item you can get at this point is a bullet, and that's really unlikely. Ooh, narrowly dodges that mega. Went really risky and decided to hold an inside line there. Paid off.
And that was a nice try there from Rowlet. But now Gary has protection.
Entropy has a solid breakaway. A blue shell would be devastating right now given this item.
It won't hit him. And it looks like Rowlet's trying to take a shortcut there. And who's in a star? Sounds like it's Manu.
Dodges the red. Very tight
Now
knit.
Manu.
Very tight knit bottom three here. It's gonna come down to this last set. Puts the box. Really good pull. Really
And he
good
uses
pull.
it. That is a great pull! And he's gonna finish third! And Rowlet is
got
out!
a blooper there. That's really unfortunate. Rowlet got a blooper on the most crucial set.
Some of the worst item luck we've seen thus far. And it's at the end.
3-player Shy Guy Lumberco coming up next. Some decent shroomless strats here. Couple good shroom spots. Anything can happen on this track, really. Very first turn, there's a decent little shroomless skip. Saves a little bit of time. Just do a simple mini turbo trick onto the rail. Cut the turn a bit tighter because of it.
And there were 3. Shy Guy Lumberco. Right now. And Entropy has a bonus. Doesn't pull an item. Tries to get a green snipe on Entropy there, but it won't be successful.
Could green himself here. Green does not connect on anybody.
Of course Entropy is going to take all of the shorter lines. He's got every single gold star. So should we be that surprised?
Goes the fib a little wide. Hits the wall to avoid the green. Still much better than hitting the green. Ooh, uses a shroom there. Almost overshot it because of that. That cut is intended to be shroomless, so shrooming there is actually quite risky.
That's a well-played lap by everyone. No major setbacks except for Entropy just being clearly good at the game.
There's plenty of shroom cuts, as well as just the possibility of a blue shell. He's definitely not out of the woods yet here. Good fib placement though. Really good fib placement. Drops the fib on the double trick spot. Now Gary's in trouble. He's gonna have to start going for riskier shroom strats.
He's gonna have to do anything he can get. Fibs to get rid of Megas to get rid of the fib.
Goes around the shroomless cut to guarantee he gets the item. Definitely the play to do there. Not great item luck. Definitely want to be having triple shrooms or a golden at this point. Granted, a golden is only a 2.5% chance in third in a lobby this size.
This could very well be over for him.
Ooh,
But he's catching up.
really bad pull right before the big cut.
What's a pow?
Interesting
Wonder
that
how
he
that can play out.
didn't use that right after the red. He very well could have power redded Manu.
Right out of the corner. Uses that.
Entropy lands the shroomless cut. It's looking like unless Entropy backs Manu here, it's gonna be GG.
And it is. Unfortunately, our host is out.
Entropy and Manu, final 2. And Manu does not pick up a bonus item, and I'm sure Entropy held on to his.
Entropy, with a large lead, headed into the final race.
Still possible to get triple shrooms and blues, really powerful items. Could get a mega, even single shrooms aren't that bad in 1v1s, depending on the course.
But now the final track, GBA Rainbow Road.
You definitely want to go for the front run here. This is a really powerful front running track, especially if you know how to play it. The only shroom cut is not that great. Doesn't save much time and it's kind of risky, honestly. It's easy to overshoot it, go too wide.
A very symbolic item right there to be showing as the cup image. That's exactly what took out Gary. But let's not focus on the past. Let's focus on the present. Here we go, final 2. Entropy holds a bonus, Manu doesn't.
Pulls an item out right away, just get that protection ready to go.
We're gonna take a look at Entropy's POV.
I imagine they're going for the shroomless here, yep.
But he misses.
Fails it! Manu went around the shroomless cut and gets an early lead. Entropy fails the drop boost. Entropy is in a tough spot now.
Might need to use a bonus here soon enough.
Red shells are actually not that bad on this track, considering it's a rainbow road. They're actually pretty decent for a rainbow road.
It'll go off track there though.
Yeah, they can't make those ramps, but the remainder of the track, they're actually fairly decent.
They're gonna need to stretch along a long way though.
He's really gonna need a blue at this point. On a track like this, there's not much you can do with shrooms. Even getting triple shrooms wouldn't be that powerful. A mega's not going to be very good. There's no grass cuts to do. It's definitely going to have to go for the item here.
Another red. Might not be able to reach
Goes
him
for
in time.
multiple items here. Definitely the right play. The other route's faster, but you only get one item set, and at this point you definitely just need the lucky item pulls.
100%. Manu's holding it very well.
Looks like Manu might have hit the fireball on lap 2 there, because there was a ground green sitting there. Is he holding this for the cut? Or is he gonna chain it? He is going for cut.
Smart play. He's got a bit
Earns
of
the
time.
bonus. Another seat.
This is it right there. His bonus is gone.
He desperately needs a blue to make a comeback at this point. That's the only item that's going to help him come back.
Manu's holding a banana. Dropping whatever traps he can.
Narrowly avoids that fireball.
Needs a blue right now. And it doesn't look like he's going to get it. And is this it? It very well might be. And it's Manu who's
Manu
going to take
takes home
the
the win.
KO.
Entropy, the favorite to win, gets eliminated in the finals.
What an insane event. Wow. Actually, incredible play by everybody. Manu, I know you don't like to talk, but you want to get on for an interview?
Unfortunately, I was not able to make clips because I was barely able to keep up with what was going on.
I figured, it's okay.
It turned out it was a lot harder than I realized it was going to be, watching 5 screens.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ask him in his chat if he would like to do an interview.
Did great, guys.
Manu, can you hear me?
Dortalian joined the room. Yeah, I can.
Okay. We'll unmute him.
I'll have to join though.
Oh yeah, he left because of the lag.
I think my social anxiety might not let me do an interview. Come on, man. It doesn't harm.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just
He
tell
doesn't
everybody.
want to.
Just call everybody a bunch of bitches. That's all you gotta do.
If he doesn't want to, I don't want to pressure him into it.
Yeah, fair
You're all
enough.
good. Yeah, thanks for playing, man. Definitely showed us up. Much unexpected. Shoutouts to our boy. Manu1223, one of the biggest Mario Kart Wii communities around. Yeah, thanks for playing, Shavis. One day Pod will learn your name.
What?
You're calling him Shavis the whole time.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay.
I was just
God,
following what-
I would have been so sad if every time you called my item, it made me so I started to crumble. It wasn't even affecting like the actual gameplay, but it was so bad. Like on Dark Matter Fortress, dude, I started crumbling. That's just
I
like,
don't know
fuck.
what item I even called there.
It was mushrooms, twice I think. I was like, fuck.
I
It was
remember
fine.
mentioning the golden when you failed the cut, but you were already way behind on that point.
Yeah, it was the first mushroom, but it's fine. It doesn't bother. It's all good. I beat Relit. Relit, fuck you for everything. You little bitch ass. You probably hit me more than everybody else in this tournament combined. And I'm sure most of it wasn't intentional, but a lot of it definitely was. Never knew yet. Yeah. Well, he doesn't use mic. He never does. What's up, guys? Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you guys had a blast. I definitely did. This is my highest placement in one of these events. So, yeah.
I'm a little upset I got out second GP.
Yeah, it got crazy. Crazy very fast.
It did.
Here's the thing. The final corner on Delfino, I was like in third place or something. Final corner, last lap, there was a green shell just
This is my next
bouncing
thanks
off
for
the
the
wall
raids.
right
Well,
towards
my
me.
dad's gonna
And
set
that
up
literally just,
my Wii. Say hello,
that was
Dad.
literally it. And I don't know what happened to me on
Hello, guys.
crap,
This is my
Cortex
next
Castle.
episode.
I don't know
Yeah.
what
My
happened to me
dad's
there.
gonna set up.
I couldn't
my
even get my
Wii.
angle
Say
right for
hello,
the silk
Dad.
cuts.
Yo, thanks for the raids, guys.
Just imagine
Big props to our
the
players.
alternate
Lots of
reality
fun.
where
I just
Remy
muted myself
doesn't
in the
get the
Discord.
worst possible pull on Cherry Blossom and Entropy gets eliminated there.
Thank you for playing.
If he
Thanks
did
for
Imagine I
watching,
don't
everybody.
fail a
Too.
cut that I like never failed. I just
Dude,
botch
you're
it
all
in the
over
finals.
that whole tournament. You were all over.
I know.
You were not. Well, you were not at peak playing.
To be
Respectfully.
honest, a lot of it was like just getting destroyed by items, and I couldn't get to the front because it was
Oh, trust me, I feel that.
getting rolled.
You can't expect him to play well when he's also commentating.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't know. I didn't feel like for most races I played bad. Like I felt like I played pretty decent, but there was. I mean, I obviously made mistakes, but there was a lot of bad luck in the middle there, and I barely held on.
Yeah. You would have made me
Let us-
so sad if that green shell that you backed on me on Lunar Lights, bro. If I lost to that, I would have been so sad, bro. I would have been
Yeah.
so sad. I had
Travis
no
was
time.
having rough luck on Lunar Lights. He
Uh,
kept getting stars in last.
Yeah, that bomb that I
No
pulled on
bills
him.
or anything.
That bomb I pulled on the cut.
That
Killed
was
him.
gross.
A lot of my races I just got destroyed at the line, like lap 3, pretty much. It was shaping up to be a good race, and then disaster strikes.
Do we want to do like a victory KO? Everybody join in? I can do
Sure.
24 player. Go turn it on.
I don't think I have 24 player.
You don't?
No.
What?
Somebody gift this man 24 player right now.
I
There-
wasn't
I don't
playing
know
the
if I-
game when 24 player came out.
Yep, game crash.
What is it? Chadsoft.co.uk. I still think I have my spare code.
Is what supposed to be a Pokemon reference?
Code. You can keep your code.
What's the website?
No, you should play it, Pod. Fuck it. Shit's free.
I barely play this game. It would
Well,
be a
it's
waste
a
to
part of
use
the
it on me.
community, so we need you here. We need you
Would
here
be
for the
a
victory
waste
race.
to
We
use
need
it
you
on
in here, my guy.
I'll be
Get on
too
your
busy
way.
calling
Oh
people's
my God.
items and triggering
Oh my god.
them.
That's why we need you in the race.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
thanks to our commentators again, Podrock and Hero. You guys did a really good job.
Yeah!
I really didn't want to water it down with a bunch of techie talk.
Yeah, I think you did great. It was a good balance. Oh, that reference. Yeah, I see. Yeah. Yeah, that's a Pokemon reference. It's like 3 a.m. for Mono. Hey, you know, Mono can stick around for 24. No, I'm kidding. Mono, I respect you for your service.
Mono's been playing for like
I'm down for
11
24.
hours too.
Yeah, he's like 12 hours, and it's 3 a.m. for him. And he
Let
wins
the
the
man
tournament.
sleep.
Actually, mad lad.
Where would I even put in a
Might
code for
insanely.
24 player?
I think there's a combination that you do on the menu.
Oh, like
Yeah,
like
it
the
is.
secret
And then you have
track
to
type
download
thing.
like kind of a
Mhm.
light update, I think it is.
Yeah, it takes like 2 seconds. It's literally just turning on a switch in the game. It's there for everybody.
He streamed for 10 hours. Damn.
Dude, he was on the grind for real. He wasn't even playing the right shit when when we were watching him earlier. I think we saw him on Spear.
He was using Bowser Off-Roader at one point earlier.
Alright, fuck it. 24 player. Everybody get on. Remy? You wanna play 24? We're doing a victory race. Victory
I
Kona.
love that Remy made it through round 1 without playing.
Podrock wanted to do an ice moment reference if we made it to Fiery Fortress Freezing Frost. He's your biggest fan.
Does he know that Podrock is the guy who entropied him?
Yes, I told him like immediately.